Today we are with a brand new Renault Rafale, and I have with me the full hybrid version, and in this video I will test the consumption. We will drive only in a city, in a super crowded city, around 51 minutes. It's kind of a lot, and I know there are so many people that ask me about the consumption. What is the consumption in the city, on the highway? I already made a video on the highway, so you can see the consumption. It's a separate video, but in this video it's all about driving in the city, in a crowded city, for around 15 kilometers 1 hour, so you can see what to expect from this car. I just started the engine. Outside it's crazy cold, around 3 degrees, but also a little bit windy, so it feels even colder. The car, I barely just started right now. I just turned on also the heated seats, but I will turn it off, and also the heated steering wheel because it has that. Another cool thing is that I noticed that I have almost a full battery right now. I start the car and I noticed that the engine is running, and that means the engine right now in this moment it's kind of charging the battery, so that's a good thing. We will start with a full battery. The fuel tank, 610 kilometers, it's almost a fuel tank. It's almost full. The cool part is that I get the car 2 days ago, and I drive a lot. I did my test drives and I drive with the car, and I still have almost a full tank. This is incredible. I mean, it seems to be pretty efficient. 55-liter tank. That's impressive. Anyway, guys, let's drive it. I will have on my channel a separate video. Definitely check out for a proper test drive where I explain you everything about consumption and stuff like that. But now, first of all, before we start driving, let me reset the consumption and then we will start driving. The climatic system will be on because it's winter, level 1 and 22 degrees. This is like always in the winter when I do the test. 22 degrees, level 1 on low. I think this is the best option to test on all cars regarding the outside conditions. Yeah, let me put the navigation, and that's it. Let's drive it. On this side we don't have too much traffic, but once we go on the other side, then we will get a lot of traffic. But yeah, that's good for the consumption. And by the way, I will drive only in eco mode, and I will drive with recuperation on maximum, because I think in the city recuperation, it's the best to have maximum recuperation. That means when I release the acceleration pedal, the car will recuperate energy from the motor and not using the brakes. So that's a good thing, because it's kind of a one pedal drive. You probably know that. Other thing to consider, this is the full hybrid version. It comes with a 1.2 liter petrol engine, 3 cylinders inline, combined with 2 electric motors. Front wheel drive. All this system it's installed in the front. Also the electric motor integrated into the transmission. It's very compact. I show you and I explain you that in a separate video when I did the explanation on new Dacia Bigster. It's kind of the same system. It's one electric motor, 68 horsepower, which drive the car right now in this moment. In this moment the car drive only in electric mode, so you can see right now we are driving 100% electric, and this 68 horsepower electric motor is driving the car, plus another electric motor like a starter, which help the big electric motor and also help the petrol engine to move, and so from time to time when it starts, when it coasts, and so on. This car, it's incredible because it's able to drive only in electric mode up to 80% of the time in the city. So you can see from when we start until now, even though it was cold, even though the car it's cold, and I just start it and I leave it 1 minute and then we just drive. That's the advantage even in the winter when you have this full hybrid system, these electric motors, is that you're driving basically with electric motors, and doesn't need time to get warm and stuff like that like a normal combustion engine. But yeah, of course the combustion engine on this full hybrid system need to do that. But another advantage of having an electric motor so powerful is that the acceleration it's super quick, so it gives you that power extremely fast. This is a big advantage. Now all this power and motors are connected to an multi-mode clutchless automatic transmission, 4+2 speed, 4 speed for the petrol engine and 2 speed for electric motors. Together combined will make some kind of, will produce around 15 combination, which is used in different situations. I like very much also those screens and this navigation system from Renault with traffic. It uses the Google map, it has Google built-in, you can use voice command and all that stuff. It's super good, probably one of the best. Also you can see right now we are running only on electricity right now, and you can see also the graphic there on the screen right now on the energy flow. I will try, because the car, it gives you some tips on how to drive economical and how to drive safe, and I will try to get this course here over 75%. For the moment we are over 75%. If you go here, acceleration and speed, but anticipation I wasn't, it says that I wasn't so good, but I'm not sure if this is for our trip or this is for yeah, I think this is for the trip that we start the car. It's pretty fine. I drive pretty safe. There's also a safe score there. Also it shows you when the car recuperates the energy here in this screen, which is great, because you can make an idea what's happening with the energy in real time. But it shows you also, you have a possibility to see the wheels, how are directioned. If you move here, for example, you can see the position of the car. If you want to go off-road, for example, you can see here a lot of info. The wheels, because this car comes with 4 control, by the way, you can get it optional. 4 control mean that the rear wheels, look at this, can turn as well up to 5 degrees. That means it's fantastic in the city and roundabouts in small spaces, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Now the petrol engine kick in, so you can hear it, and you can see also here when it's running. What I notice is that try to keep the battery over half, so you can see right here the battery is over around 70%, around 80 now, I think 70-80% of the battery. It's full. It's a 2 kWh battery. It's a pretty big for a full hybrid, to be honest. 2 kWh battery, it's one of the biggest battery in a full hybrid. The fuel tank, it's 55 liters, plus you have 3 liters extra spare. You can see right now, it shows you here what happened with the energy. Now it's stopped and we have a full battery. But you can also set this up. If you go to settings, predictive hybrid, in hybrid mode, predictive hybrid function optimize electrical energy according to driving condition, traffic jam, urban area, and so on. If you activate this one, the car will try to charge it more in order to give you more electric driving, you know. So this is quite smart stuff, you know. This is also a cool thing, and it has a lot of settings. If you go to the vehicle here, and you can configure even the eco mode, you can configure how you want the steering wheel to be, low, medium, high, for control, how agile you want to be, how much you want to turn. it's running so smooth. Until now I have the impression that I'm driving only an electric car. Just from time to time you hear that engine trying to charge the battery, but otherwise it's just running extremely smooth and nice. And it has this sound, I don't know if you can hear it. You have three different options to choose the sound when the car is driving in electric mode. Then it produces this sound. I don't know if you can hear it. It's really interesting that other people and cars and animals can hear you coming. What else? Dynamic chassis here on the driving assistance systems. Here you have also a lot of options and safety features which you can activate and deactivate and so on. You have 360 degrees camera on this version that shows you from above like a bird eye. It shows you front, it shows you also wide side or 360 degrees camera, so you can turn around and see what's happening around the car. And it comes with a head-up display. Probably you already see the head-up display is directly on the windshield, right there in the middle. It's very bright. You can also dim it down if you want to, but it's bright, it's clear, it has a good resolution. You can also turn it off if you go to the vehicle here. I'll show you in a second. If you go to vehicle, and then if you go to cockpit here, now head-up display, you can deactivate it from here, just like that, simple as that. If you don't want to have it, it's much more, or you can just play with the brightness, so you can dim it down a little bit so it doesn't jump in your face just like that hard. But yeah, you can deactivate. Sometimes I think if you have this screen here in the front, this huge screen, 12.3 inch, this is 12 inch, I think it's more than enough. You have so many information right here in the front of the cockpit, and you can customize it. So I'm not sure if you really need the head-up display. It's a good extra to have it there, but I don't know. You can also customize what you would like to see in the front here. So you have a few options to customize and to change the view if you don't like the map, but I think the map is the best way to go. Let's go back to the map. You can see here what I like very much about this Google map is that it's in real time, and it's the most precise map that I ever test on the car. It shows you extremely clear where is traffic, so it know that here it's red and it's traffic. The map and the car know that in the front we have red and traffic, and this is so cool. I mean, it's so useful to know, and it tells you also 8 minutes slower. You can change the route. It tells you that you arrive in 37 minutes, at what time. You can find alternative routes. Yeah, it's really good from my point of view. Plus you have a lot of point of interest. It's easy to use and it's very responsive. How much we have the consumption until now? 8.3 liters we have until now, but you can see here we start to have heavy traffic. Yeah, it's pretty fine. The car is also trying to charge the hybrid right now. See how silent it's in this moment. It's super silent. Here, if you go to settings, if you go to pedestrian warning, you have a few options to choose the sound. You have by Jean-Michel Jarre, neutral or expressive. And now when you're driving, you will hear a different sound at low speed. You hear that? It's really interesting. And also when you put it in neutral, it has also a different sound. Of course, when you're driving electric mode, so the people around can hear you. Otherwise, I like very much the center console. Here you can charge your phone wireless, you can move this island around, you have plenty of storage space, USB-C, good comfort. You hear this? Now it's a different sound. It's much more silent right now, if that makes sense. Expressive, I think it's nice, and this is standard, but I think expressive, it's pretty cool. It comes with auto hold, you don't have to hold when you stay at traffic lights. Plus, I really like this steering wheel. Alcantara here we have leather. This is artificial leather. You can see the stitches in French flag color. You have those pedals here to recuperate energy. Here is the stalk, the selector to select the speed and drive, reverse, park, and so on. So you can set it up from there. Good visibility around the windows. Also very good, very comfortable seats. I like this sound and expressive. You can also, by the way, deactivate from here the speed limit warning. It's very simple. It has a lot of physical buttons exactly in the place where it should be. Physical button for climatic system, physical button on the steering wheel for autopilot. By the way, you can activate autopilot from here. In case you don't know that, you can activate it from here and the car will keep the distance, will accelerate, will brake. Look at this, I just activated it right now, and the car will basically accelerate, brake, keep the distance, stay between the lanes as long as they are visible. Here they are not so visible, so I wouldn't trust it too much, but the good part is that it can accelerate and brake depending what the car in front will do. Here it's kind of complicated because we have more situations like one car come and cross pass from the right side and come in front, and I'm a little bit scared to leave it roll, but as long as you go on the highway, everything is clear, it's working very good. Now we get a little bit of traffic again here in this area. Let's see the consumption. It's 8.6 liter right now. And still more than 80% of the time we are driving in electric mode, the same as they promised. And I had some question from you guys, like how the car is driving 80% of the time in electric mode. How is this possible? 80% of the time, or 80% of the trip, of the length? And now depend on many factors. It's possible also to drive 80% of the length in electric mode, like we are driving today, more than 80% when it's super traffic and when the car is running the engine to charge the battery. But it's 80% of the time in the city will drive in electric mode, because sometimes when you have not only in the city, but sometimes when you have a free road and you're driving at low speed in the city, then you get faster, you know, and then it's have to start the engine more often and to help. But yeah, it's 80%, up to 80% of the time. And to be honest, I feel like it's even more than 80%. Like in this trip, all these streets from the beginning until now, it's just start a little bit the engine, but otherwise we are driving a lot in electric mode. And I heard that the engine start from time to time when the battery is going under half or around there, 40%, and then it's charging the battery. But right now we have half and we are still driving in electric mode in this moment. So you can see, you can hear that. It's also pretty quick when you're driving in electric mode. When you press the acceleration, it really gives you that power pretty quick. You reach 50 km/h in really fast, in a relatively fast time, which is great. And right now we are still in electric mode. It's super convenient to drive it like that. I really like this full hybrid from Renault. I think it's fantastic. And the good part is that they use it on all the new models. So you can get it on Austral, you can get it on New Capture, you can get it on Symbioz, which I will test next in 1 week, 2 weeks will come on the channel, so stay close. Yeah, it's really great. And the consumption right now, it's going down to 7%. And if we look here to infos on Echo, they tell me like speed, acceleration it's good, anticipation not that good. Still 75%. I'm okay. Over 75%, I'm still good. I'm really curious because the estimated consumption, it's 4.7 WLTP, 4.7 liters, and those conditions that we will drive today, it's kind of very worse. Like, can be worse of course, but they are between the worst condition that you can get. Man, and it's running, when it's running in electric, it's running so smooth. You see, now I press a little bit the acceleration a little bit harder, and the petrol engine it's kicking in right now in this moment, and probably will stay on for a while, also helping a little bit. And also yeah, it's just off, it's just helping a little bit and then just turn off automatically. And my worry is that the petrol engine, it's not warm yet, because it didn't have time to get warm. It wasn't stay on for a while, just for short periods. But this fork control, it's so useful. I mean, when you take the curve, you immediately feel like the car is turning so easy. Right now the consumption go to 6.8 liter. Ooh, impressive. I'm really curious. I'm really curious what will be the number on this trip. I mean, normally 15 kilometers, you have to do it in 15 minutes, around there. But yeah, 15 kilometers, we are doing it in 54, 1 hour, around there, which is a lot. But it's fine. It's fine. It's yeah, I think it's the perfect combination of road to test the consumption in the city, because we have traffic, and that's good. Inside the cabin it's pretty silent, it's pretty pleasant. You see, now we have the music off and it's silent, it's nice. You don't hear too much noise from outside, even though it's a crowded city. You don't hear too much noise. I mean, it's silent, it's pretty pleasant. The ambient inside the car, it's perfect. The visibility from the driver point of view, it's great. It's lovely. And also this Rafale, it's built on the same platform as Austral, but this one it's a little bit longer, and also with a space. It's built on the same platform. It has the same wheelbase as a space, but it's more dynamic, more sporty, more beautiful from my point of view than the other models. It's also built based on, let's say, based on the history of the airplane Rafale, which was built in 1934. And Renault, you probably know that Renault worked also in aviation on the engines for a while, so they have a lot of experience making cars and working on those systems. So as you probably know, some Renault engines were used also on some Mercedes cars. For those of you that didn't know that, they are really good, man. I mean, yeah, and I like the fact that the price are quite good. I mean, having an SUV like that, super beautiful. You have LED matrix headlamps, you have heated windshield, and this windshield, it's completely heated. You just press a button and it will defrost. You have heated seats, heated steering wheel, which is great. You have a lot of features, good quality materials inside the car. You have a full hybrid system, which is extremely hard to make and develop in this price. A lot of safety features, autopilot and so on, and you get the car for a starting price of 39,900 euro. But this one, because it's Esprit Alpine and it comes with more features, 20-inch rims and so on, it comes at the starting price of 44,400 euro. I will leave you in the comment in the description of this video all the technical data of the car, so you can find there all the information that you need about this car, which will be much more easier for you. You just go in the description of the video and read it out if you need to know more about it. But around 50,000 euro you can get a pretty, almost full Renault Rafale with a lot of cool features, safety features, comfort features, and it drives nice. It feels pretty premium when you drive it. It feels pretty good quality. Brakes feel good. Aluminum pedals, by the way, on this Esprit Alpine version. Extremely easy to drive. Electric adjustable mirrors, by the way. From here you can adjust it. It comes with double glass on the front. Even the suspension are pretty well set up, somewhere in the middle between comfort and sporty, so they feel pretty good. And by the way, on the plug-in hybrid version, because you can get the car as a plug-in hybrid, you have adaptive suspension, which is super good. And I'm curious, I didn't test the adaptive suspension. I really want to see how they are. I hope I can get that car to test it and to see. But yeah, overall, over the bumps, it's doing a great job. We have around 7-liter consumption right now. Probably if I would have a pure petrol engine right now or a diesel, probably the consumption was much bigger. Probably the consumption was around 9-liter, maybe even more. Maybe stay on this lane because we have a few trucks around here on the bridge. This bridge is pretty nice. Really like it. And here we don't have any more high traffic. What is this? Garbage. I think it was just garbage on the street, in the middle of the street. That's pretty strange. But it's run, man, the car is run so good. It's running so good. Most of the time it's running extremely silent and pleasant. It's has a lovely driving feeling. The drag coefficient is 0.25, which is great for an SUV because it has that coupe design and interesting shape. And we have 6.7-liter consumption until now. Look at this HEV battery, 6.7, pretty good, right? It's not bad. I have a worse score now because of the acceleration and speed. Alright. But the consumption is not bad. 6.7, it's kind of 2-liter over the estimation, which is fantastic because the estimations are made in perfect conditions, right? So now we were having some worse condition with a lot of traffic. Now it's getting better in this area, but until here we get some worse conditions. So yeah, it's pretty good, it's pretty precise. go here, by the way, to the car, and you can find the traction control. But if you go even deeper into the where is it driving, yes, if you go to personalize, you can also go here a little bit deeper and personalize all those overspeed stuff like that. So this is the only one that I wanna, yeah. And now you can deactivate the overspeed warning. Again, here we will have again some traffic on the street. I know after next intersection we will get a lot of traffic again. So that's just perfect, 6.3. Wow, it goes down really much. I mean, when you get this kind of driving, you know, like just not staying, then the consumption is going really low, it's really down. So that's super good. Again, even lower, 6.2 liters. As long as we are moving, the consumption is going down. We still have half battery. 6.2 liter, pretty good. Around 1.5 liter more than estimation with the traffic and so on. But now we will get some traffic for sure. Outside 5 degrees, but it's windy and it feels pretty cold. And by the way, the car comes with winter tires. That means it has more gummy and they are a little bit more heavier, and that means will consume a little bit more energy than normal. So that's add up to the consumption too. And the fact that this is a new car, I think it has under 10,000 kilometers. That's also important for the system, because usually over 10,000, I would say, on the full hybrid system, because the petrol engine is not as used, I would say over 15,000 kilometers or something like that, it starts to consume a little bit less. But it's great. Also, this car, it's fantastic for the city, for the communities, because the car will consume less and it will produce less CO2 emission. It's also running much more silent, so it doesn't disturb the people around, and it's not pollute so much. So because most of the time you're driving in electric mode, so it's a fantastic option for all those people that are not ready yet to go electric. They don't want to go electric, they don't have the possibility to charge it, they don't trust the electric cars. I think a full hybrid might be the perfect option. Now we are pretty lucky here. Usually was a lot of traffic, and we are lucky because we didn't catch any traffic lights. So today we're running pretty smooth. Surprisingly, I was expect that the city to be a little bit more crowded today, but it's not that crowded. 6.3 liters. Super fine. And we still have around 2.6 kilometers. It says around 7 minutes, which is great if we can manage to do that. Now, you know, when you sit like that, because the climatic system is on, we lose some energy. So right now basically the consumption will grow because we sit in one place with the consumption. If I turn off the climatic system, then the car wouldn't consume anything. But yeah, for the test, it's good to leave it like you would normally drive, you know. And inside the temperature it's pretty good, so I'm staying in the t-shirt, so it's fine. Outside 6 degrees, inside the temperature is pretty much the way it should be. I think there are 20 around there, 22 degrees, which I think is the perfect temperature. Not too hot, not too cold, it's just right there in the middle. It's also pretty good weather. I mean, when the sun is a little bit high, then like right now it's a great weather to do those test drives, because the camera can film a little bit better, you can see a better quality. Man, I like this car, I really like it. You feel really nice inside the car, it feels premium, it feels good. I'm so happy that nowadays in 2024 we have so many cars to choose from. If we go back 15 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, we have just a few cars, a few good cars, and the others just you have to repair and repair and repair. And now it's great. I mean, you have also warranty, you can get extended warranty. The cars are much better made than before and much safer. So we have 5 stars safety rating on this Rafale, by the way. Euro NCAP safety ratings. So it's pretty good. I like so much the steering wheel. The shape of the steering wheel, it's so nice. The grip, you have good view there, and down here flat. I like it. I don't know, it's nice. You have the media control down here. It comes with Harman Kardon speaker, optional, 12 speakers. Pretty good sound. Also, it comes with some new unique features that you don't find in other cars, like this illuminated LED light A here, letter from Esprit Alpine. I show you that in the review video and also in the night presentation. Definitely check out that video to see how it looks. And it comes also with a panoramic glass roof with this solar bay, they call it, so you can make it transparent or you can move it all over to be opaque, you know, like nobody can see, and also you don't see the sun, and the light will kind of dim down. Really nice. This is a pretty cool feature. I like it. It's really interesting, this kind of windows, this new trend in windows. I think will come in the future also on the back windows, to see this kind of solution, you know, like when you don't want other people to see you, you just press a button and then it turns opaque, probably even in the front. And you know, like in the vans, like sleeping vans, you know, usually if you have a van where you sleep inside, you just press a button, you don't have to put something here, and then it will turn to blur, you know, like nobody can see inside. That would be a super cool solution, you know, like just pressing a button and then every single window will turn opaque so nobody can see inside. That would be interesting, and then you don't have to carry with you all this stuff to put in the windows. I think that would be a nice solution also for normal cars, right? But yeah, that would be not safe, you know, but just to use it when you're stationary, you know, maybe to work only when you're stationary. You don't want the people around you to see you inside and stuff like that. Just press that button, everything turn like blur. Yeah, that would be interesting. Probably we will see in the future something like that. I think probably in the future we can customize the cars the way we want it and add different features in the 10 years from now. Anyway, we are almost reaching the destination, and the car was pretty much a pleasure to drive the car. I really enjoy driving this Rafale, and I'm really enjoying driving this full hybrid system from Renault. I think it's a good system. It's a well-made system. As long as you're driving as you should drive normally, without pressing the acceleration too aggressive, the sound of the engine will stay low. It's pretty silent, and it's running at low RPMs, and it gives you that smooth, nice ride, very pleasant ride. I like it. Now I will stop here for a while because I have to wash the car before I give it back. So I will wash the car, and then I will give the car back. This was my last video, and I know because I have a lot of questions from you, I want to answer you the question. From what I remember, one of these washing areas was broke. I don't remember which one. I think this one is broke and this one is working. Anyway, I will test it. But I will stop right here, guys. 6 liter. Oh my god, it's even lower now. So if we look there in the front, let me show you. We have 6 liter consumption. Wow, pretty good for the traffic that we have. Yeah, it's pretty great. And if we go here, tell me that I drive like 73, so yeah, anticipation, and you can get even better than that. And 6 liter official, it's 4.7 liters, so it's a pretty good number from my point of view, guys. I hope you get some useful information from here. Yeah, if you have question, ask me down below, whatever question you have. If you want to see the full review and the proper test drive and the nighttime test drive, check out on the channel. I have those videos as well. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, stay safe, and of course we see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.